Can you have more than one soulmate? The truth. Illustration of soulmates, but can you have more than one? Many people are entranced by the idea of a soulmate, someone with whom they can connect on countless levels and share sincere, intense joy and love. So many films and books have been based on soulmate connections, and there are numerous sites and quizzes out there that claim to help people find theirs. But what is a soulmate? And is there only the right one for each individual on the planet? What is a soulmate? The definition of a soulmate is a person who is ideally suited to you as a companion, be that romantic or platonic. This is a person you'll connect with on many different levels, you'll share interests and values, and you might feel as though you've known one another forever, even if you've just met. Some people find soulmates who end up being the loves of their lives until the day they die. Others might have temporary soulmates who enrich their lives and help them grow before they part ways. You might hear stories from folks about how they had passionate love affairs with soulmates they met at Burning Man or Glastonbury, people who kindle fires in them and change the course of their lives forever, usually for the better. Ultimately, a soulmate is someone who feels right to you, even if you can't explain why. The two of you will impact one another's lives in many ways, and even if you're not together forever, the positive influence you'll have on one another will do wonders for your personal growth and development. Common signs that you found a soulmate. You feel like you recognize this person from somewhere, but can't figure out where. The two of you are comfortable together immediately, as though you've known one another for years. You either have numerous things in common, or your interests complement one another's, and you're interested in learning more about each other's passions. If this is a romantic connection, you're able to sleep comfortably beside each other. Quite simply, you feel perfectly safe and secure while vulnerable. The two of you look out for and take care of one another instinctively. You just know what the other person needs at any given time, even if they don't express said need. You encourage one another's goals with sincere enthusiasm. Respect and courtesy are cornerstones of your relationship. You rarely fight or argue, and if you do, you forgive one another quickly. The two of you seem to have a knack for giving gifts that you just know will be adored and appreciated. Communication is clear and easy between you. The two of you have each other's backs, you're loyal and protective of one another. You don't just respect each other's alone time, you encourage it. There's little to no jealousy or possessiveness, you're secure in your relationship, however it unfolds. If you're platonic friends, you make a point of staying in touch on a regular basis. You're comfortable in silence together, without feeling any need to fill it up with empty conversation, music, etc. There's immense respect between you, even if you disagree. You seem able to sense each other's emotions, and might even appear to have a telepathic connection at times, for example. Finishing each other's sentences, or just knowing what the other needs. You accept and celebrate each other rather than trying to change anything about one another to suit your own personal preferences. priorities are based on one another's happiness and fulfillment, rather than selfish desires. Quite simply, both of you feel that the other person's happiness is top priority. How can you tell if your soulmate connection is real? This is a tough one, especially since we're often blinded by strong emotions at the beginning of a relationship. Countless people feel a strong draw to another person and immediately think that it's a soulmate or twin flame bond, when it's a pheromonal response and temporary smitten. We've all been there. We've met someone who had intense chemistry with them immediately, and might have been completely entranced by how they look, or move, or speak, or think, etc. This infatuation may have led us to convince ourselves that they were the one, and we started to daydream all about how this was a sacred, soul-deep connection, the likes of which nobody has ever experienced in the history of humanity. Later, we find out that they misrepresented themselves, or tailored their actions and responses to us in order to become the person they thought we wanted at the time. Many people play the soulmate angle in order to get close to someone they want. Depending on how unbalanced they are, they might even stalk the person for a while ahead of time. Getting to know their interests and preferences, they can morph into that person's ideal. To them, they're just playing a role in order to get laid, and they'll move on to the next person of interest as soon as that hunger has been sated. Meanwhile, the person they've been playing usually ends up wondering what the hell just happened. They thought they had a sacred connection with this amazing person, but there was no personal growth or development that's usually associated with a soulmate bond. In fact, the opposite might even happen. They end up so traumatized by the game playing of betrayal that they wall themselves off. As a result, if and when they do meet a real soulmate, they might not allow that person to get close to them as a means of self-preservation. Be careful if and when you meet someone and they start talking about soulmates and twin flames too early. While this might in fact be the case, there's also a strong possibility that they're just manipulating you to get you into bed. The best way to test this to see if it's an actual soulmate connection, and not just an unhinged narcissist looking for their next target, is to take things slowly. A real soulmate will take the time to get to know you. They'll respect your boundaries and place your peace and well-being ahead of their own personal desires. If the person you're getting to know gets irritable or pushy because things are taking too long, that's a solid indicator that they're a cubic zirconia, not a diamond. What's the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate? You'll know the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate because one is difficult, and one feels harmonious. Twin flame relationships generally involve a great deal of personal growth and development. It's almost always a romantic connection, and the two of you will challenge one another on numerous levels. It'll be a tumultuous pairing with highly charged emotions rearing up on a regular basis. In fact, the two of you might split up and get back together several times over. You can't live with them and you don't want to live without them, but you'll only be able to handle one another for so long before you both throw in the towel. In contrast, soulmate relationships are incredibly easy, rather like slipping into a favorite outfit you thought you'd lost years ago, but still fits you like a glove. You won't fight much because you don't have anything to fight about.